Welcome back, family, to the Back Issue Book Club. I'm Greg, that's Rich.
Hey.
This week, in celebration of the release of the Flash movie, we decided to read the Flashpoint 5-issue series from DC in 2011.
I thought that is what year it came out, yeah.
Yeah. I think it was 2011. But anyway, so we read that. We both read it today, so we're like, I think we're ready. We're firing all cylinders, ready to recap the shit out of this one.
Yes, and today being Juneteenth, Monday, putting that in perspective, because on Friday night, the opening night, I did see The Flash in the movie theaters.
I've not had a chance yet with AwesomeCon and all that.
Well, you had a wonderful time at AwesomeCon, and I had a less than awesome time watching that movie.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I'm sorry, dude. I'm not going to give this one a high rating. I'm going to give it a 7.
Okay.
Okay, it's not the worst. It is not the greatest film ever, like so many people were promoting it. And if you've
That was
seen
weird.
If you've seen any of the reviews out online, I mean, Gem Mint summed it up pretty well. I watched his review. If you watch Gem Mint Collectibles, in the first 15 minutes, he and his wife were trying to decide whether or not to leave the theater. The first 15 minutes is nauseating. It is that bad.
All right.
It is stupid. It is poor CGI. It is everything that you don't want to see in a superhero film. If you eliminated the first 15 minutes, I would give this movie an 8.5.
Wow.
But I can't forgive it for that opening scene. That's the whole thing. So anybody watching the movie, the first 15 minutes, you're going to be like, what the beep? Okay. And I'm just going to tell you, stay in your seat. If you have to go to the bathroom, this is the time to go. But from there forward, it's a good movie. It's a solid movie. It's still not the greatest movie ever, but it's a solid movie with good special effects, good storyline, excellent acting. As much as I don't like Ezra Miller, he actually pulled off what he had to do very well. The characters were well represented. I liked it a lot. I don't like the very, very ending. I thought it was kind of dumb. There's still a lot of other CGI that was very janky, that just didn't mesh well with me. And I have no intention of seeing this movie a second time in the theaters. I'll probably catch it when it comes out to streaming services. But
That's concerning to me that you brought up the CG, because you and I have talked before, like when the online community was complaining about the CG of like She-Hulk or
this makes CG. This makes She-Hulk look like fucking Avatar. I'm sorry.
That's concerning to me, because that means it's
and
really
Buster's getting up because I'm getting excited. It's okay, Bear. It's okay.
Avatar.
No, Daddy's getting loud.
I'm annoyed that it looks like Black Adam is going to have a better opening than Flash.
It's official. They do. The official, because it doesn't count Juneteenth. Today is a Monday. The opening weekend for Flash was $55 million. The opening weekend for Black Adam was $62.
Gosh.
And in all honesty, I'd rewatch Black Adam before I watch The Flash.
The longer I go after watching Black Adam, the more I dislike it.
I get you.
But I haven't seen Flash, so.
Look, as a DC fan, you, not me, I think that you're going to be there's going to be points of it that you're going to love. I think there's going to be points of you that you're going to appreciate, and I think there's going to be a lot of points that you're going to say you're going to be very disappointed that they could have done better.
Yeah.
This is a movie that's gone through 3 different iterations, 3 different heads of studio.
That's another thing. It's a miracle this shit came to the screen, honestly.
Yeah, this kind of reminds me of what happened with the New Mutants.
Okay.
But it is nowhere near as bad as the New Mutants, in case you saw that.
Okay.
The special effects alone and the good battle scenes that are in it make it worthwhile to see on the big screen, in my opinion. But if you got an 85-inch screen or even a 75-inch screen and good stereo surround, you can wait.
You want to get nuts? Let's get nuts.
Yeah. I went mainly because I wanted to see Michael Keaton. And honestly, I was very satisfied with what I saw with Michael Keaton. I love him.
Oh, good.
I love him. I love him. I love him. I love him.
Good. That's awesome.
And as much as I don't like Ezra Miller as a person, he actually showed how good an actor he could be in this for multiple roles.
Yeah, I heard there was a large portion where they were like acting with themselves.
Yeah.
So, and they did a good job with that.
Yes, and you do believe it to be two completely separate people.
So, that's cool. I'll give it a watch. And the part that concerns me too is the amount of PR that DC shoved behind this.
Yes.
I have never seen a push like this. And they were slapping it on buses and what's the horror writer that everybody?
Stephen King?
Stephen King came out and said like it was a good movie. Like,
oh, he said it was the greatest superhero movie ever. And how many superhero stories has he written?
Yeah, I don't know.
So, personally, I think a few Stephen King stories are good. I think a lot of them are not that great. They're just very predictable. So,
anyway, I'm just saying, like that was how much the media put the DC marketing machine, pushed behind this. So
now, and this is the first one that's under James Gunn's regime, but he is officially calling the Blue Beetle as the first movie in the new DCU.
Yeah, this was for the most part, I think, done already.
Yeah.
By the time he came on,
he's calling this a reset. But the final scene, which I'm not going to give any spoilers for, the final scene was filmed before James Gunn. He took that filming, threw it out, and refilmed a different version.
Okay.
A version that he wants. And after watching it, I don't understand why he wants that. Huh? That's all I got to say.
Well.
So, but the comic book, Flashpoint.
I really liked it.
I really like that.
Right?
Yes. If they had put that into film, I would have been happy.
So, there is an animated movie of it that I think we should watch.
I would love to.
On the channel.
I would love to watch that movie. You want to do it as a watch-along for our Patreon members?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. All right.
Yeah.
This 5-part series of Flashpoint, it moved quickly. It was well written. It started with a certain point, went through a storyline, then came back to that point to explain it, and then gave you the predecessor. It was, oh man, and the artistry in it throughout was great.
Yeah.
I love this book this series start to finish.
Yeah, I thought it was great. I love the idea of Thomas Wayne being Batman in an alternate.
Oh, that freaked me the hell out.
And he was even more, people are like, "Oh, the Bat," but he's got like his red eyes.
Yeah.
And like curled shoulder pads, I guess, or whatever, and he doesn't mind being lethal.
Yeah, and the way that they showed it in the book, though, with the artistry, where it said, wait, you're not Bruce Wayne? And then like the camera pans to him, and his cowl with the ear blocks Thomas Wayne, only showing Martha and Bruce, letting you go, those are the two that died, which is perfect because that gives into the intelligence of the reader, allowing them to think about things. And if I keep hitting this, I'm sorry. It doesn't micro spell things out for you. It lets you figure it out. And that's one of my biggest complaints with Silver Age books, is they don't take the intelligence of the reader into consideration. This book did it perfectly. This series did it perfectly.
Yeah, this was right during Jeff Johns' like golden. He was such a good writer. He was the one that did like he revamped the whole Green Lantern Corps into something new, and he introduced all the other corps, and he did. He's just a great writer, and I loved. This is almost like a tragedy at some points.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, at all points, really, because he has to pick between his mother and
the rest of the
world he
world.
knows. Yeah.
Yeah.
So and Thrawn, Eobard Thrawn, Reverse Flash is so fucking gives Joker a run.
Grand Admiral Thrawn.
Sorry,
It's okay.
he's always creeped me out, man. He gives Joker a run for his money for just being like, fuck you because he just hates Barry so much just because of who he is.
Look, and there is a reason why I just got that book too.
It's great. I love it.
Yeah, I love this too. Ooh.
You probably have a better appreciation. Like you love it more now.
Yes, I do.
Because that's a big arc in recent DC history. So yeah, man, he's crazy evil.
When I had 2 tickets for the opening night, 7 p.m. Friday night. And I went around my company and probably asked 15 people, all of which I know like comic book movies and comic books. And everybody said no, they did not want to go. I had an extra ticket, and nobody wanted to go. Finally, somebody said, yeah, sure, I'll go. Oh, I got nothing better to do. And the most common reason that people said was not that, oh, I don't want to see Ezra Miller or comic book movies suck lately. It was that DC comics are great, but their movies suck. And I'm really starting to understand that because I'm starting to read more DC books. And this Flashpoint was just so amazing. I loved it as a comic story, but the movie was so disappointing. And if you had just taken those 5 books and just put it up on the screen, I would have loved it. But somebody had to change things around in a way that just doesn't work. Whereas Marvel, I'm not trying to plug Marvel because I love Marvel. I'm just trying to say that they've taken it to a point where they make changes for the better.
Yeah.
And DC seems to make changes for reasons I don't understand. And I want to read more DC books. I do, because of what I'm seeing in so, all the movies that I've watched DC made me stay away from DC books. I'm like, well, if that's what it comes out of, I don't even want to touch the source material. No, it's the complete opposite.
Yeah.
The books, the storylines are so well written and they're underappreciated.
You teared my eye, man.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it is cool to hear you say, though.
But like the Flash movie is actually making, if you adjust for inflation, is making less money opening weekend than Green Lantern.
Wow.
Yeah. And as sad as it is, I kind of liked Green Lantern. I thought the ending was a little stupid, but I kind of liked it.
It was fine.
It was fun. It was Guardians of the Galaxy Ant-Man. It wasn't, serious Winter Soldier, but
it didn't deserve to get like meme fucked to death. I like to call it, like, Morbius did, and now Kraven. Apparently, the trailer makes people.
Oh God, I saw the Kraven trailer today.
I didn't see it yet, but anyway,
Since when does Kraven have superpowers?
I don't know, but
yeah,
yeah, man. There's some good DC stuff, but that's why we created the podcast, because there's a lot of stuff that both you and I have not read. So, and there's a lot of DC stuff I've not read, even though I gravitate towards DC stuff. So.
Look, I'll be honest. When we created this podcast with the Back Issue Book Club, in my brain, I was thinking, God, I hope we don't have to read the DC crap. But it seems like the best story arcs that we read are DC. So.
Plus,
I think DC.
We got that Lobo Christmas special too. That was pretty funny.
Yeah, it was. I think DC stands for "This is not crap." So
read the comics.
Yeah, This is the crap, baby. So no, seriously though, this is a great story arc. You should definitely read this. Go to Free Comics online and read this. You can get it in the trade paperback, or you go through issue 1 through 5.
It's a quick read, man.
They had, and on Free Comics Online, they had all the story arc artistry at the end. Did you see that?
Really cool to see that. You saw the raw pencils?
Oh, man, I was like, where can I buy this, man? I want this on my wall. Any page, I don't care.
I wonder if it was part of the original releases. I don't know. But it's cool to see what it comes from, right?
Yes, absolutely.
You see the foundation, and then the inker comes in and makes it clean, and then the colorist comes in, and then the letterer adds the text, and it's honestly, comics. I know the prices are going up, but like there's still, for how much work goes into them.
Yeah.
I can't complain too much.
I can look when
I
they
don't know.
sell 50,000 copies at $5 a piece. That's $250,000.
Sure. Yeah.
I get it. Okay. When they sell 2 million copies at $5 a piece, that's $10 million. I think that they could have cut price a little bit better on that one.
Yeah.
You know, even the generic comics that are selling 10,000, 20,000, 50,000 copies of something, they're still getting $3.99, $4 a piece for them, which the comic company only gets, what, $1.50 for?
As we learned with our comic book excursion.
Which was a big money loss for us, you and me, but we didn't care because we just wanted to have our logo on the back of a comic book. And believe me, when we get back our yellow labels, which show our signatures on it, hopefully in a 9.8, we will be showing you guys. We're going to love that. But
yeah,
yeah.
So yeah, they're getting like half.
I think less than half because like on a $4 book, the comic store pays $2.
Right.
So that means the distributor has got to be selling them for $1.50. It means the comic book company has got to be making, say, 50 cents a copy because you got to pay for all the printing and the paper and everything else. So even if they only get 50 cents a copy at 50,000 copies, it's still $25,000 per issue. Marvel puts out like 100 issues every week.
Not to mention, I just had a thought. Do you think that maybe that's why they offer so many variant covers?
To maximize their money.
Yeah, because I can only imagine what a DC or Marvel variant costs. I mean, it cost us, what was it, $2,000 for an image?
Oh, it's like 10,000, 12,000 for a Marvel or for
right.
DC.
So that's probably why they do that.
Now,
one of the reasons.
Bear in mind, all they're doing changing on that is the cover.
Correct.
Every other page is still mass printing of the same stuff.
Right. So it's
they don't have to pay the plate fees or anything else for that stuff. It's only the cover itself.
Yeah.
One side. The inside is still the advertisement.
Right. So.
Look, if Mark Millar can still put out books for $1 a piece just to show that it can be done, then it can be done.
Yeah. Yeah. $1.99, I think. Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, Jeff Lemire's Sweet Tooth was $1. That was the last one that's what I was thinking of. Sorry.
Anyway, I don't know how we got all the way over there, but
well, we're talking about how great a comic book can be and why it costs as much as it does. So.
Oh yeah.
But as far as this book itself, I don't want to get into details because honestly, I really want you guys to go and read this book. It does cover a lot of the scenes in the Flash movie.
Okay.
There are very specific scenes that are in the Flash movie that you could say that's from that page, that panel of the Flashpoint.
Okay. Wow.
But the storyline itself is not the same. It's very similar, but it's not the same.
Got it. Okay.
They took it as an inspiration and they changed a lot. But there's a lot of things that are like, that's exactly the same. That's exactly the same. That is 100% different. That's 100% different. So.
Yeah. Yeah. God, I really like the way they handled Superman was cool in this this little series.
Yeah.
I've never seen Superman like meek and like
emaciated.
A great word, perfect word for it. Emaciated. He's got like my facial hair, you know. He's got gruff, and they finally take him outside into the sun, and he's just like, I'm out of here.
Yeah, I'm not going to comment on how that does or does not translate to the movie.
That's fair. I just was saying, I think it was cool to see Superman in a different way.
But just as much as I wanted CGC to have competition with CBCS, I do want Marvel to have competition. And the more I read DC Comics, the more I see that competition already is there, and I have been ignoring it. So, thank you and the Patreon members for suggesting reading all these different books. I will take credit though. I actually suggested this one because I knew I was seeing the Flash movie.
Yes, you did. Yeah.
I think it's going to be. It was the only time I've ever suggested reading a DC book, but based on what I've read, I don't think it'll be my last suggestion. So
Yeah.
again, for this, so rating the book, not the movie.
I'll give it an 8.
I'll go one higher, 8.5.
Ooh.
I loved this series.
I love hearing that. Wow. Okay.
Yes,
That's cool.
I give a much higher rating to the series than I did to the movie.
Okay. Yeah. Well, like I said, I'm pumped to watch the animated adaptation of this with
And
you.
I would like you to see the movie in the movie theater, and just even if it's not within the videos, just converse with me about it. But you'll see, in my opinion, why I did not like the first 15 minutes and why the rest of the movie just took off from there.
Okay. All right. I mean, I'm planning on it, so
Cool.
I'll let you know.
But we've got 2 days, and then we hit Secret Wars, so we're back to Marvel, baby.
Wow. Yeah. And new comic book day.
Yeah, uh-huh. So what are we going to read next week?
Secret Invasion.
I like it. God, I said Secret Wars like a jerk. Secret Invasion, yes. Since we did Flash and we did Flashpoint, why not? That's a great idea. I was thinking the same thing. Secret Invasion is coming out on Wednesday. We should read the Secret Invasion series.
Usually Rich and I discuss what we're going to read before.
And we like pause, wait, hang on.
I just threw it out there right there.
Uh-huh.
Beautiful.
Well, before we commit to this, how many issues is that?
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, you know what? I was confusing Secret Wars because
Because I said the same thing?
Yeah. So there is only one Secret Invasion.
Which was 2008.
Yes.
Okay. And what is that, 8 issues? Or?
Yeah.
I'm willing to give that a shot.
Yeah, 8's not that bad.
And I have the 1 in 25 of number 1 in a 9.8. I bought that a couple years ago, so. Which is the same price as the cover A in a 9.8. Go figure.
Yeah, 8 issues. We could do that.
Yep. All right. But I'm going to be watching this Wednesday. I think they're dropping 2 episodes on the first night. No, episode 1 comes out on the 21st. Episode 2 comes out on the 28th. I'm looking at the episode guide online.
Oh, beautiful.
As much as we want to watch it, we don't want to get overwhelmed.
I really do love the trend back to weekly episodes and not binging, man.
Yeah. I agree with that. Well, Netflix is the one that makes you binge. Disney Plus generally doesn't.
Yeah.
And Ahsoka, I know, is going to be 1 episode at a time, so that's good.
Yep.
All right. Want to bring us home, sir, for our
Thank
back issue book club?
Yes. Thank you for listening. This has been the Back Issue Book Club. Go check out all our older episodes. Don't forget to check out our Patreon at patreon.com/TeamOhana, where you're going to get this way early and all kinds of other stuff, free comic books, and you know how it goes. Don't forget to like and subscribe on YouTube. Ring the notification bell if you want to be updated as soon as we upload new content. But until we see you guys in the next one, mahalo.